I'm Jason.
I'm Todd.
This is our little child Ziggy. Say hello, Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy.
And we're the Glamping Guys. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jason with the Glamping Guys, and in today's video I'm going to share with you awning maintenance tips. Now, of course, when you're washing your rig, you want to wash the awnings on the top and the bottom, but sometimes you can overlook some very crucial maintenance, which is you want to also lube and maintain the awning support arms themselves. A lot of people will overlook this, but they do require a little bit of maintenance. Now, one of the first things that you want to do if you have an electric awning, right up there where the little motors are, you want to go up in there and make sure that you clean out all the gunk and debris and leaves and things like that that can collect in there, because it will gum up the motors themselves. So you want to clean those from debris, and then once you're done with that, you also want to lube the awning arms themselves, which are right here. So in the Grand Design Manual, it does state that you do want to do maintenance to keep them lubricated so they retract and extend very quietly, and it keeps all the moving parts maintained. And the manual basically states that you want to use good old-fashioned WD-40. So this is what we're going to do, and I also have my little step stool right here ready to go. So all you have to do, it's very, very simple. We're going to get up on the stool here, and you just want to give all the joints just a little spritz of WD-40. Now, this is the main awning arm right here, and this is what goes up and down inside this track. So you also want to go right in there and lube that a little bit, and then I'll just put a little spritz on each side of the track so this arm can go up and down much more smoothly. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So we're going to come right up here, and I'm just going to give that little joint right up here just a little spritz of WD-40, and then you want to come right over on the other side, right up under here, and give that a little spritz. And then we're going to come right here, give that a little spritz of WD-40. We're going to come right down here, give that a little spritz of WD-40, and you can see it's kind of coming down the track, so we don't really need to lubricate that too much. And of course, you know, some of it's going to drip down here, and you're going to want to wipe that off so it doesn't damage your clear coat. So then right over here is the next support arm. Come right up here, give that a spritz. You can see right here's the joint. Just put a little bit of WD-40 right up in there. There we go. Right up here on this side. There we go. Right down here's another joint. Give it a little spritz. Right up over here, we're going to give this one a little spritz. And then the last support arm joint is right here. And just go in there and just give that a little spritz, and you're good to go. So then what we're going to do is we're going to continue doing that arm, and then the one way down there. So once we finish that, then you're going to retract and extend the awnings a couple of times just to work that WD-40 through all the joints, and then you'll be good to go. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I lubricated all of the joints and hinges on all 4 of the awning arms. So then what you want to do is go inside and you want to retract and extend out your awnings a few times to work that WD-40 through all the joints. While you're doing this, I also lube a few other things as well with WD-40. For example, here is your handle to go up the steps and go inside. It's good to put a little bit of lubrication right up here and also right down here. Also the stairs, it's a good idea just to spritz in the joints a little bit of WD-40 to keep everything nice and lubed and working the best that it can. Once in a while I will put a little bit on the actual door hinges themselves, and that will help with the squeaking. Something else that can be overlooked is you also want to go in sometimes and you want to lubricate your actual handles for your cargo doors. This is the front door, and just spritz a little bit into the mechanism and it'll keep it working really good and it'll prevent rust. Now another just quick little thing is, you know, RV doors can require a little effort to close, and I've read a lot of people complain about having to shut it really hard. Well, all you have to do is just put a little bit of WD-40 right here on the latch and it will close very, very smoothly and very quietly. So let's go ahead and go inside now, and we're going to retract and extend out the slides a couple of times. Okay, we're inside, and here's my control panel right here. And right here is, you can see the front awning and the rear awning. So we're going to go ahead and retract in the awnings and extend them out. That's simple, guys. You just got to remember to keep your little maintenance things maintained, and your RV will give you many, many years of enjoyment. Hello, Solitude. So we brought the awnings in and out a few times to work the WD-40 through all the joints. They definitely sounded much better coming in and out because, you know, they will kind of squeak sometimes. So just lube them with some WD-40 and that should take care of all the squeaking. It'll put less stress on the, you know, the electric motors, and the awnings will retract and extend much more smoothly for you. Before we finish up this video, one more little tip and trick for you guys. So for all of you with RVs, these arms themselves can collect a lot of debris, and they can be kind of hard to reach up in there. I've also found like lizards and frogs, you know, they like to get up in there and hide in the hot summer sun. I was just kind of playing around, and some of you might know this, some of you might not, but each of the awning arms have these little end caps. So I'm going to show you a cool little trick that I figured out on my own. These arms are designed, you know, they're hollow when they're closed as well. So if you just kind of tap it and shake it, you can get all those leaves and gunk. It'll all kind of fall down and collect right here in the bottom. And you can see right here, let me get in a little closer. Come on, camera, focus for me. But right here is a little button, and you just kind of press that in and then pull this off, and I'll show you. What you want to do is just get a tiny little screwdriver and put it right in that hole. But look, you just push it, that little latch right there to unlatch the end cap, and it comes right off. Look at that. And you can see all that gunk. And then what I'll do, I'll just kind of dump it down on the floor. I'll go in there and I'll rinse that out and clean it really good so it'll keep it from deteriorating as much. So we'll set this right here on the step. But then if you look here, you'll notice there's like a leaf right here. But watch this when I hit it. Watch. See, you saw that gunk? And basically everything will fall through the hollow part all the way up the awning arm. It'll all just empty down to the end. Take the end cap off, tap it a couple of times, and everything will fall out. So when you're done cleaning it out, the end cap will slide right back up in here and it will pop back in. Check that out. This was a little trick that I found out on my own. There was nothing about it in the manual, so I was really proud of myself for figuring this out. So I hope this little tip has inspired you guys to go out and lube up your awnings, keep them nice and maintained, and clean out all that debris that can collect up into the awning arm tracks themselves. So I think with that said, as always, you guys have a glamtastic day. And until next time, stay tuned. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Leave a comment to say hi. If you like us, please subscribe. And if you don't, our little fluffy dog will attack you.